While the signs in Nollywood are encouraging, we turn our attention to the fashion world and shine our spotlight on emerging female brand Hauwadezuzu, highlighting their latest traditional themed collection, Irapada.
Women brand Hauwadezuzu unveils its latest collection tagged Irapada, which means redemption. The collection fuses Yoruba and Fulani culture, which represents the lineage of the creative director Bukola Oreagba, who is a London-based Nigerian fashion designer.
The creative director is Bukola Oreagba. She's Fulani and also from the southern Nigeria, so Yoruba. So she was it was an ode to her culture, trying to merge these two cultures together, both the northern culture and the southern culture, to kind of create a fusion of these two cultures that represent her and her family legacy. The reason for naming it Redemption is just based on the fact that there's just so much happening across the world and it's just a way of it depicts freedom, it depicts and now people are standing up more for themselves and feeling and being proud of who they are, and women just owning who they are and just owning their sexuality or their strength, and just being and speaking up more in just so much social injustice, and people are getting their voices and finding their voices and speaking up more and standing up for themselves more and just fighting whatever it is that the social norms tell you that you're supposed to be or who you're supposed to be, and just finding strength in who you really are. And so with this collection, that's what she just really wanted to represent, that no matter what, like you can be strong, you can be free, you can still be like subtle sexiness, you can still be sexy while still representing the culture, while still embracing the beauty that is the African culture, and still the beauty that is you as a woman, or just, still loving that fashion and putting art into it and creating it with strength in mind as well.
The 25 pieces collection went beyond reflecting trends to actively using fashion as a platform to represent the strength, beauty, and resilience of a woman.
Different things and different designs depict a little bit of each of those things. So with the Ikoyi, celebrating, of course, the Ikoyi in Lagos, the part of Lagos that is Ikoyi, and how you would see the women, how they would dress, and the luxury that comes with it, and which is what I'm wearing. So this is the Ikoyi. So just, the rich auntie vibes that it gives you, that, is the good times, celebration, fun, and just, luxury. And Abuja too, like each place, like there's a way that they like to dress or represents, and the Abuja is representing obviously the northern side, and is an ode to that, and also the culture and just how the women would like to dress and how they just celebrate themselves and go out, and just how they would carry themselves and whatever designs that they feel like would be. Those two places you would say would be the most popular and recognizable parts of these two states in Nigeria.
Hauwadezuzu artistically make its designs, such as these dresses nicknamed Moremi Ikoyi, Abuja, Ajoke, all made from local fabrics like the adire, linen, chiffon, and lace.
She wanted to have it still represent the artistic side of her. So a lot of it comes from art, the art of like Nigeria. So some of it, if you look closely to some of the designs when we go through the rack, you see like a little calabash, which represents like the full what they drink or they eat out of, and you know, the chains of like freedom of speaking of like coming out of like, you know, slavery and bondage. And so just those are the things that really inspired the collection, and I think is more unique, and it was more just inspired by the culture as opposed to other designers. So the abaya and the kaftans are something that is common within the African culture. And so apart from that, as far as the beading, the direct, the fabrics, everything was just mostly inspired by the culture and art. Just wanted to showcase art and give some color and life to the woman who is wearing it. So as you can see, even with this one, is the beading could have been so simple, but it has so many different colors, and some is just, there's some flowers in there, and the green is for, you know, life and flowers, and you know, so all of those things is things that were thought about when she created the design. So less about duplicating anybody else's designs or fashions, and more about representing the culture and showcasing the culture that is the richness of culture that is the African culture.
Although the Nigerian fashion industry is already gaining patronage locally and some of its fabrics have made it to the big stages, it has to make statements on international front. Hauwadezuzu believes Nigerian fashion has come of age, and it's time it claims its seat at the global fashion table.
It's time. A lot of people have been influenced by the African culture. The African culture is already been influenced in a lot of fashion that we see today. We just don't realize it. Like Adire has been on the runway. Ankara have been on the runway. Stella Jean has made a whole collection and a whole brand based on that fabric. And so, you know, we have Stella McCartney that has celebrated, has walked down major runways. So Africa has always been a major influence in the fashion world across the world. We just haven't taken advantage of it. As Africans, we take it for granted because it's in our backyard. But so we let other people come and exploit it and use it and benefit off of us. But now we're starting to look at ourselves and celebrate ourselves, and that's why this collection was redemption, and be like, you know what, like, we too deserve to celebrate our culture. This is our culture, and we're the best people to be able to tell our story. Nobody can tell our story better than us, and so this is what we're going to do, and we're going to do it proudly, boldly, and just unapologetically.